This video we're going to be going over what is the best class setup for the crossbow that just got added in with the Season 2 update for Warzone 2.0 that you can take into the Ashika Island map and absolutely destroy with. Now this gun is unlocked by completing the Path of Ronin event challenges. So the Path of Ronin event challenges are all on the event section screen right here. So you can see the Warzone challenges right here, what you need to do. Some of the challenges have not fully unlocked yet, but what you can definitely do is go in a private match and test out the weapon for yourself to see if it's something you want to unlock. Now let's get into the crossbow build, is why you clicked on this video, and some of the inspiration for this build came from Modern Warfare 2019 Warzone 1, because I'm going to assume this gun plays very similar to the way the crossbow did in that game. And overall the best way to build it then would be for aim down sight speed and bullet velocity, so that's what we're building it for. So the only stock that helps with aim down sight speed is the SPEEDTRAK Echo, and it's not probably going to help with the aim down sight speed too much until you get to the attachment tuning section, but obviously we can't do that yet until we fully unlock the weapon, of course. Then we do have the 7mm laser, which is going to give us the aim down sight speed, the aiming stability, and sprint to fire times. All these are very important for a weapon like this that fires only one shot at a time. Then we are using the SO Momenti barrel, which is basically our arms if you want to call it, but essentially it's a barrel attachment, and it's going to give you the bullet velocity or bolt velocity that you need, and also the damage range, and that is basically the most important thing for these kind of weapons, because the bullet velocity does drop off quite significantly with crossbows inside Warzone, so you do want to make sure you can keep the bullet velocity as high as possible. Then we are using the BLASTCAP bolts, which is basically the explosive tip bolts, and if you know anything about Warzone 1, these were the best bolts to use, because not only does it stick to your target, it's going to explode after, so you deal damage when you hit the target, and then also explodes after to get you that one-shot kill, and hopefully it works the same way, but again, we'll need to wait and see how that plays out, unless it does a little bit less damage than before, but I highly doubt it. I think it's going to play very similarly. And then we do have the strand cable, which is going to give you that bullet velocity or bolt velocity once again. And bolt accuracy isn't super important on this because there's not a lot of sway, to be honest, or you can't notice any sway with the base optic anyway. And for the ranges you should be using this, it's going to be at least below 150 meters. You should not be using this as a sniper rifle territory, to be honest. So taking the crossbow into the firing range, what I actually want to test here is kind of like the distance shooting on this. Where do you need to aim to make sure the bolt lands where you want? Now, the idle stability is making this kind of go slightly off target, so that is something you might want to tune for when we get the attachment tuning section of this. It kind of goes off to the left a little bit more, and as you can see here, it gets that kind of one-shot kill on the dummy, which is not the most accurate representation of an in-game aspect, but it's something you can notice there, and as you can see, explodes after the fact as well. But the main thing here is to make sure we get that bullet velocity, and then we can attune the weapon itself to get idle stability if we need to. So you do want to pair the crossbow with a sniper support style weapon like the Chimera. It never got nerfed with the Season 2 update, and hopefully it doesn't get any more nerfs in the future when the crossbow becomes fully available for Warzone and Resurgence and DMZ. But this is probably the best sniper support gun in the game at the moment, which is the Chimera rifle. We're not going to go over the tuning because that's going to take too long. Just to give you the best attachments here, you do want to use the 7mm laser for the aim down sight speed and stability and sprint to fire. You do want to use the Phoenix barrel, is the only one that's going to give you bullet velocity, and you do need that when it comes to using this weapon because it's the only attachment that can help with it. The Zulu suppressor is the best at giving you the best balanced kind of suppression, as well as bullet velocity, recoil control. It doesn't show it on screen just now for some weird reason, but it is the best suppressor to use. The best underbarrel grip in the game is the Precision 40, which you should be using on any assault rifle pretty much, or LMG if you do have it available, so just make sure you are using that one. And then 45 round mags are an absolute must on this weapon because the base mags is definitely not enough. And that is this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.